Hi, it's Kathleen O'Neill. Um, I would say leadership is the ability to get people to trust you, that you will lead them in the right direction and make the right decisions based on whatever the circumstance or the goal, the ultimate outcome, desired income is. My leadership style is situational. I grew up in a family where my dad would say it's a benevolent dictatorship, and although I would love to follow in those footsteps, it's just not reasonable. Um, I guess autocratic is more my style. I'd like to say I'm democratic, but not all people have the right decisions and have the right input. But yeah, situational. I get put in situations where I am faced to lead, and I will, and I have no problem doing that. Um, and that's what I think about that. Past experiences. Well, taking care of my mom when she was sick, and I needed to help her, and no one stepped up. I'm the youngest of five, and no one stepped up to help her, and somebody needed to. Somebody needed to take control, somebody needed to make the decisions, someone needed to do something, someone needed to help, and no one else was doing it, so I did it. What I'm doing. Oh, actually, and that's part of the values thing, is that my values wouldn't have let me do anything otherwise. I couldn't leave her alone, sick. Her husband had just died. Turned out she was unwell. No one came to help. My values just wouldn't allow me to not take the lead on that. My present endeavor is going to school to improve my skills so I can get a better job. And the future plan is to have a job in sport where I'm happy and I can just work and enjoy going to work and enjoy what I do and have it align with my values and align with myself and align with my desires in my life. My favorite sports leader is Hayley Wickenheiser. She was captain of Team Canada women's hockey team for many years, 2007 to 2013. She is a phenomenal hockey player. But the reason I admire her as a leader is she started playing hockey when she was very young, and that was when girls weren't allowed to play. And her parents fought against that in northern Saskatchewan. And so she played on the boys' teams. And I grew up in a hockey town where girls were not allowed to play. And we didn't fight that. We just said, okay, girls aren't allowed to play. And so even though there was nowhere to go, there was no future of women's sports, there was no NHL to strive for, there was no PWHLs to strive for, there was nothing to strive for. There wasn't even the Olympics. The Olympics didn't have women's hockey in it until 1998. There was nothing to strive for as far as a future for a woman in hockey. And she just kept playing. And she ended up in the Olympics. She ended up in the World Championships. She's won a bazillion awards, MVPs, into various Hall of Fames. But it's not because she's a great hockey player. It's because she's a great leader, because she never gave up. Women would have to pay to play in the Olympics. They would quit their jobs. They would have to save up their own money to try and make it to a camp for 1 week before the Olympics. They had no funding, nothing, and they all did it. And Hayley Wickenheiser really, really led the way on that. And that is why she's one of my favorite sports leaders. Now, she's currently the assistant GM of the Maple Leafs. I'm not sure what that's about. It's possible that she's so used to winning that she needed to learn what it was like to lose. But I won't hold that against her. She's still an amazing sport leader. She still has WickFest, which is empowering women through sport, women and girls through sport. And I just think that that is amazing, because she just kept going when there was nothing to aim for. She just kept going.